Rich Scott, a board of director and member and chair of the audit committee, will share the audit committee report. Chris Allen, our chief lending officer, will provide a review of our lending activity. Kathy Harvath, our vice president of marketing, will demonstrate the ways in which we support our communities and the success of the educational programs that we offer. Paul Sipple will return with the election results from our board of director vote. I will confirm with Joanne Bogenschutz of any old or new business. We will adjourn the formal meeting. And then the excitement. Joanne Bogenschutz, with the help of Al Timmerman, will lead our drawings for prizes. Joanne will explain how that works after we adjourn. I will now introduce the members of the board of directors. When I call their name, you will see them on screen, as well as I ask each board member to please stand to be recognized. Rich Scott. Rich serves as our vice chair on our executive committee and participates on the asset liability, audit, and business loan review committees. Thank you, Rich. Joanne Bogenschutz. Joanne serves as our secretary and treasurer on the executive committee. She also participates on the annual meeting, audit, governance, and nominating committees. Thank you, Joanne. Marty Doctor. Marty serves on the business loan review, governance, and personnel committee. Thank you, Marty. Jamie Richardson. Jamie serves on the asset liability, buildings and grounds, and personnel committees. Thank you, Jamie. Paul Sipple. Paul serves on the asset liability, buildings and grounds, business loan review, and nominating committees. Thank you, Paul, for your service. Alan Timmerman. Al serves on the annual meeting and building and grounds committees. Thank you, Al. Fred Van Handel. Fred serves on the asset liability, audit, business loan review, and governance committees. Thank you, Fred. Mary Zito. Mary serves on the governance and personnel committees. Thank you, Mary. Greg Hilbert is our president and CEO. Greg is in his 39th year serving the Fox Communities Credit Union. That's how old I am. After thoughtful and careful consideration, Greg has let us know that he plans to retire in the spring of 2020. Cindy, his lovely wife, is very excited with this decision, so Greg can finally get to her honey-do list. Unfortunately, Cindy, he won't get to them until next year. When the time comes, we will celebrate their accomplishments. There are 3 spouses here today who help manage life without us while we volunteer. Marilyn Van Handel is here supporting Fred. Cindy Hilbert has joined Greg, and Sue Pinella is with me. Cindy, Marilyn, and Sue Cindy, Marilyn, and Sue represent the spouses, family, and significant friends of the board of directors and leadership team, all of who we are very grateful for their enthusiastic commitment to us, along with their support and tolerance of our time away. We appreciate all you do to enrich our lives. The board is faithful to serve and dedicated to excellence with our responsibility to fulfill our credit union's mission. Using our talents, we are committed to making a difference in people's lives. I invite Joanne Bogenschutz to the podium to review the minutes from last year's annual meeting.
Okay. The date is December 15th, 1980. It's a Monday. Jimmy Carter is the President of the United States. People in the U.S. were listening to Kenny Rogers' song hit, Lady. Carl Sagan's book Cosmos was a bestseller. A popular video game was Musician. Okay. Greg Hilbert began his first day as manager of Combined Locks Credit Union. And you are there. The date is February 21st, 1981. It's a Saturday. Ronald Reagan is the President of the United States. People in the U.S. were listening to Dolly Parton's hit song, 9 to 5. The Coming Currency Collapse was a best-selling book. A popular video game was Quest 1. Greg Hilbert leads the credit union in his first annual meeting. And you are there. Here is a portion of the minutes from his first annual meeting. Manager's report. As Steve said, I'm Greg Hilbert, your new manager, and therefore I'm very anxious to meet as many of you as possible. So if you're in the credit union and have an extra minute, stop in my office and say hi. I'd appreciate the opportunity to talk with you. The availability that the new building has provided and the almost 200 members in the past year, growth in service has resulted in a 43% increase in assets and almost 200 members in the past year. More importantly, we're able to give more and better services. Shared drafts is one of the services that has grown tremendously. The popularity of the money market certificates has been so great that the amount on deposit in CDs has doubled in the past year. The board, myself, and the staff are doing our best to provide the best service possible to you, our member owners. In keeping with this goal, the board has just recently approved to offer IRA accounts. I would like to give my personal thanks to the two board members stepping down, Ralph Dupree and Jean Verhagen, and also to Fran Bierstecker and Rita Verhagen, who both recently retired. I look forward to the continued success of the credit union in the future and to provide the best service possible to you, our member owners. A motion was made and carried, seconded and carried, to accept the report. The date is May 13th, 2019. It's a Monday. Donald Trump is President of the United States. In the news, North Korea has launched 2 short-range missiles. Archie Mountbatten Windsor, 7th heir to the British throne, was recently born in the UK. Scientists say a breakthrough discovery could lead to 100% recyclable plastics. Millions of U.S. citizens celebrated Mother's Day on Sunday, May 12th. After 39 years and multiple partnerships, Greg Hilbert, CEO and president of the now named Fox Communities Credit Union, leads the credit union in his final annual meeting prior to his retirement. Would you all please rise and raise your glass in a toast to recognize and thank this humble, brilliant man for his awesome leadership for nearly 40 years. Thank you, Greg. Thank you so much, Greg. And he didn't know we were going to do that, so we really surprised him. I love it. And now back to the minutes at hand. The minutes this year are in your agenda packet at your tables. Would you please take a moment to review them at this time?
May I have a motion to approve the minutes? Is there a second? Thank you. All in favor, please raise your hand. Any opposed? The motion passed. Minutes have been accepted. Thank you, Madam Secretary, for that wonderful review of our minutes and short visit into Greg's history. More to come. In addition to Fox's commitment to its members and communities, I'm happy to report to you that your Fox Communities Credit Union is in the strongest financial position of its 82-year history. Having a financially strong credit union gives us the confidence and security to focus on long-term investments, such as improvements to our technological infrastructure. The investment in these areas is another way to demonstrate how we collectively, as one, work together. The Board of Directors works closely with the leadership team, ensuring that Fox will be sustainable well into the future. 2019 is a pivotal year as preparations are well underway to upgrade our core technology at the credit union. We strive to be ahead of the curve so we can make a positive difference in people's lives. We are committed to ensure our credit union is operated in a sound and prudent manner. We make decisions based on our mission to enrich the quality of life for all members, protect our members' financial well-being, operate economically sound, be professional, friendly, and trustworthy, and remain strong in our communities through support and involvement. In the forefront of driving our mission home is the Fox Communities Credit Union team. Their daily interactions with us provide the smile we are accustomed to, the product support expected, and the world-class member services we receive in a courteous, friendly, and professional manner. Many donate extra time and effort as volunteers to several of our events. Their enthusiasm to demonstrate kind service day in and day out is recognized and appreciated. Each is a special person. Several of them are with us today. Would all staff please stand so we can show you our gratitude? Let me take a moment to share a few statistics that demonstrate the credit union's 2018 mission-focused accomplishments. We grew approximately 3,200 members to an all-time high of 103,316 to end the calendar year 2018. Fox has 22 branch locations to serve us. Our financial and organizational growth through sound financial decision-making topped $1.67 billion in assets. Fox Communities Credit Union ranks 8th in total asset size in Wisconsin, and Fox ranks 2nd in total asset size for the Northeast Wisconsin area. I'm eager to share the progress on our other strategies as well. We picked up where we left off with our community outreach approach. Our Fox Communities team has once again succeeded in meeting this challenge. Shortly, Kathy Harvath, our Vice President of Marketing, will enlighten us with many examples of our commitment to the community. Prior to Kathy sharing those events and her experiences, I want to share a story of my own. Last year, Sue and I volunteered for the Bike to the Beat event, serving as bike parking directors, a fancy name for telling people where to go in a nice way with their bikes. You had a variety of participant skill levels, from people taking a lovely stroll with family and friends to the more serious rider wanting to get from point A to point B as fast as they could. We had the pleasure of welcoming back bikers from their ride, instructing them where to park their bikes. There were countless times Sue and I heard comments like, "Thank you, we really appreciate you doing this," or "This is such a great event," or "I love what Fox Communities is doing. Keep it up." And there were even a few, "Where's the food and beer tent?" The bikers were so appreciative of the entire day. It was pretty special to see so many people come together to volunteer with a smile on their face, giving of their time to make a positive difference in people's lives. Sue and I were having so much fun that our 2-hour volunteer shift turned into 4 hours. It went by so fast. With that, I can proudly confirm our promise to give back to our communities is flourishing. Let me shift gears to our expansion efforts. The Building and Grounds Committee has been active in reviewing several options for renovation, most recently our Clintonville branch and Law Street branch. Within a year, we plan to open new branches in Manitowoc and Pulaski, with plans for a branch in Oshkosh a year from now. We were also granted authority to expand our coverage area to include the following counties: Dodge, Milwaukee, Osaukee, Washington, and Waukesha. I was doing so good, too. We have tasked the leadership team to take a deeper dive to learn of future growth potential in these markets. We are optimistic with the possibilities. Our current technological system is more than 20 years old and has served us very well. However, our growth and innovation demands made us the most complex credit union our current technology supplier worked with. The existing system is not able to meet the future needs of the membership nor provide the internal efficiencies we desire. In 2018, the decision was made to select a new supplier, Fiserv. The execution of our core technology system is on schedule with our new partner. It will offer improvements that will benefit all of us. The system will go live late this fall. With that said, let me recap some of the strides made in 2018 to our current system. The team launched card controls in Fox's mobile app that allows you to temporarily lock your credit or debit cards, report a card stolen, and to quickly review card activity. You can also access your mobile app using the swish of your finger or supplying a 4-digit PIN. These are just small gains. Once the new system comes online, we will notice many more positive changes. There is good work being done by a team of 12 cross-functional individuals that Corey Katowski, our Chief Information Officer, leads. These 12 individuals are dedicated solely to the core transition. They regularly rely on 75 plus or minus a few additional Fox team members to help out when needed for the successful launch. What is really important to understand with such a critical implementation is that the entire organization is assisting in one way or another, doing so by backfilling duties or covering shifts for those needed during core system work. This ensures the wonderful member services we expect during this vital application launch. Great teamwork demonstrated by the Fox employee team. We are proud of the progress made so far. We look forward to the positive changes the system will deliver toward the end of this year. We will continue to focus on our member experience, looking for ways to make life happen a little easier through branch updates and member-facing technology, along with maintaining our proven track record of financial success and outstanding service driven by taking care of our members, while clearly impacting our communities. Though this evening we make time to review and recognize our accomplishments, we must continue to push further using our current resources as well as tapping into new technological advances in artificial intelligence to maintain our financially strong position. When I introduced Greg Hilbert earlier, I briefly mentioned his wish to retire next year. I promise I was not the cause of that. I want to assure all members that we have a solid recruitment plan in place. Led by our Personnel Committee, the board has partnered with DJ Hilton to help us find an individual to follow Greg's exemplary leadership. We are in the preliminary stages of our search and will become much more involved toward the end of the summer. This will allow plenty of time for the selection process to come to fruition. Greg has consulted with the board and made it clear he intends to create a smooth transition for his replacement, as well as being a resource should his services be needed after his retirement. Finally, knowing that Greg will continue in his current role leading Fox Communities Credit Union for several more months, Greg and the board feel it is best to recognize him and Cindy nearer to his retirement date. With that said, I will enthusiastically recognize Greg for another successful year of strong leadership in 2018. He continues to lead his talented team, motivating them toward goal accomplishment. Greg has a true partnership with the board. He is well respected and often sought out for input. He takes our direction and suggestions, thinks through them, then reacts appropriately. The board is very aware and appreciative of Greg's expertise and governance. It is my privilege to invite my friend, Greg Hilbert, our President and Chief Executive Officer, to the podium to provide the President's report.
Thank you, Bill. Boy, they got me good. Definitely surprised me here. In fact, when that date first came up, I thought, uh-oh, we made a mistake somewhere. Took me a minute. So guys, everyone, thank you for that. Definitely kind of overwhelming, unexpected. So, good evening, and just want to thank all of you for taking the time to join us this evening. Kind of our theme and our cover theme for this evening, and is, I got to remember to click these, there we go, is making a positive difference in people's lives. This statement really describes what being a community partner is all about. It's part of our mission and our culture at Fox Communities Credit Union. We help to make events in the community happen, such as Center Stage, for example, coming up here soon at the PAC. that recognizes high school student performances. Bazaar After Dark. And new for us this year is we'll be the title sponsor for Mile of Music. So that's a big one. We also do a host all the way from A to Z, and many smaller but important examples of support include the Fox Care Foundation, certified financial counseling for members with debt challenges on staff, and offering of financial education seminars. These and all of our community efforts were recognized recently by 2 local chambers of commerce. Fox was selected for the Corporate Citizen Award, Corporate Citizen Leadership Award by the Fox Cities Chamber. The award recognizes organizations with a philosophy of giving and community involvement that have made significant differences in the health and well-being of the Fox Cities. The award encourages and supports corporate social responsibility and community leadership. We're also very honored to receive the Community Partner Award by the Heart of the Valley Chamber of Commerce for demonstrating a commitment to work to address and solve basic needs within our communities. We also received the Jim Smith Community Service Award from the Appleton Northside Business Association just recently. So we're very honored to receive these. In 2018, we were also excited to be a finalist for the Reader's Choice Awards for Best Credit Union, Best Mortgage Lender, and Best Charity Event for Bike to the Beat. So very cool. So what do these awards mean for Fox? I see it as a team recognition for all of our staff and our board that works so hard on behalf of our members. I'm so appreciative of everyone's effort that set the stage for these results to occur. So thank you, everyone. Financially, we ended the year on a very strong note. Our assets are made up primarily of high-performing loans. Loan delinquency and loan losses were both substantially below our credit union industry averages. Our operating expense ratio was 22% below our credit union peers. Our net worth ratio, or capital ratio, which is a key indicator of strength for financial institutions, continues to be excellent at 11.4%. A new item here just this last week, S&P Global Markets ranked us 34th in the nation in 2018, or for 2018, financial performance for credit unions. They look at metrics such as net loan losses, delinquency, operating expense to revenue efficiency ratio, member growth, and market growth. We were number 1 in 2017, and a couple mergers there helped bump that up, and then 98th the prior year. Quite frankly, an awesome track record. So let's take a quick look at our financial statements. You should have a brochure, our annual report. I guess I didn't grab mine. But yeah, the one that starts with a positive difference. So take a peek at that. We'll follow along. And for those that are online, we have slides here as well. So primarily, as you take a look, you'll see a breakout of our loans on our asset side here, which in total increased by $117 million last year, or 8.8%. Chris Allen, our Chief Lending Officer, will give us more detail on the lending activity for 2018 coming up later on the agenda. Assets grew almost 10% to $1.67 billion. On the next slide, or the next section, you'll see our liabilities and member equity. So our liabilities are primarily the deposits from all of you, our members, as well as our net worth reserves. We had revenue of $74 million, expenses of $54 million, not too far, and $20.5 million was transferred to net worth reserves to meet the requirements of our regulators to be able to weather economic cycles, to help keep the credit union strong and secure financially. So awesome year financially. So looking forward to in 2019, as Bill mentioned, we've got a couple branch projects in mind. So just to give you a little more detail, in Manitowoc, we're going to be located on Calumet Avenue in the Harbortown District, formerly the Charcoal Grill. Staff will move from our existing location at 62 Maritime Drive, and we're planning a September open date, so kind of exciting. In Pulaski, we'll be on the corner of Highway 32 and County B. Another exciting project there, and we plan to open that in December 2019. So those projects, and the other big one is going to be our technology upgrades. The new core computer system will expand our ability and efficiently to serve members. New home banking, more options, features. New mobile banking will have enhanced digital capabilities. A new 24-hour electronic access, as well as over 20 new back office systems to provide more automation, primarily for staff, but members will benefit from that as well. So these new systems will better prepare and position us for the digital future. And I know our staff is excited about this. So more to come, as you'll see. Before I wrap up, I would like to recognize and thank several staff members who have reached years of service milestones, retired, or achieved levels of excellence in 2018. With 10 years of service, we have Kate Brandt, Mary Domney, Terry Green. We also have Sarah Harms, John Hessenthaler, and Jamie Lorge. We have Diane Sundell, Glenn Wakowiak, and Anissa Wadel. Celebrating 20 years is Debbie Alley, Rick Dennis, and Barb Lemire. Celebrating 25 years would be Renee Meinelschmidt. 30 years is Tammy Lemons. And 45 years, Don Nick. Don's got me beat, by the way. Right? Retired in 2018, we have Cindy Hansen, Judy Keither, Michael Resch, and Kathy Peters. Also Tom Kostak, Jane Lewandowski, Carol McCallum, John Robbins, Helen Hermson, and Sharon Anderson with 22 years of service. Mike DeGran, 23 years of service. Hi, Mike, I saw you out there. Connie McMahon, 27 years of service, and Bonnie Tim, 42 years. Let's give them all a nice hand. Jackie Johnson Living Award. For this award, all of our staff votes to nominate which of their peers to recognize that, like Jackie, have demonstrated leadership, dedication, competence, exceptional performance, excellent service, and a commitment to the community. The 2018 winners of this special award internally were Molly Cornelius, Noah Haben, and Amy Lacey, Jennifer Nelson, Sandra Reed, and Kimberly Waring. Let's give them a nice hand. Finally, I'd like to thank all of our board members for their leadership, their guidance, all the time and dedication they contribute to this organization. I especially want to thank the board for being so supportive and proactive as I prepare and anticipate my upcoming retirement a year from now. This next year I know will go by so quickly. And by the way, I'm very honored that you guys took a few minutes. Bill kind of led me on to believe a year from now we'll recognize you. So thank you for that. You know, I'm very, very, very fortunate to have been blessed with an amazing board all these years, an amazing team, and amazing staff. And I just want to thank them as well for their heart, the passion, and the commitment that they have. Their passion forces them to and allows them to work so hard to make a positive difference for people and for all of you and for our community. And most importantly, I want to thank all of you, our members here this afternoon, for your support. You're so amazing. So thank you. We are all very excited about the future, and we look forward to 2019 and beyond. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Greg, once again for your service to all of us. We really appreciate it. I call on Paul Sipple to lead us through the election of directors. Paul, please come on up.
Good evening. Well, I'm going to go off script for a second. After hearing all things about Greg, I've gone to a lot of conferences and different industry functions, and every time they see I'm from Fox Communities, a CEO from a different organization can't say enough positives about Greg and how much respect he has in the industry and beyond. So, Greg, it's us that have been blessed. Thank you. So as a member of the nominating committee, I have the privilege of, I could have made the font bigger. I printed it myself. Of presenting this year's Board of Director nominees. Now, we have 3 board members whose terms have expired and decided to run for another term. In addition, after robust interest from the membership, the nominating committee has added 3 additional candidates to the ballot. Therefore, we have 6 candidates for 3 board positions. Each of those 3 positions is for a 3-year term. The ballot is in order. The order of the names on the ballot was determined by a random drawing. And that order is Rich Scott, Krista Draheim, Mary Zito, Fred Van Handel, Jessica Fleek, and Jeff Heesen. The credit union bylaws allow for absentee balloting, both paper and electronic, prior to the annual meeting. Because of this advanced voting options, the bylaws do not allow us to accept nominations from the floor. So the nominating committee has included information in your packet that was submitted by each of the candidates. To introduce these 6 candidates, we have prepared a short video of each of the candidates. We will now play the videos.
Hi, I'm Rich Scott. I live in Appleton. More specifically, I live in the Darboy area, if you're familiar with the Fox cities. I grew up just north of Green Bay, about a half hour on Highway 141 in Stiles, Wisconsin. I am a graduate of O'Connell Falls High School, and I'm a summa cum laude graduate of the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. I believe I have a very good business background, especially with the career I had with the financial institution area. And being a CPA, I work with various businesses throughout the area, and I think that's helped when we bring business members to the credit union. I think that's helped a lot to let the credit union know what business members are looking for and why they leave banks and other reasons why they leave banks to make life easier on them as they're a business member. And also the regular members as well. I work with a lot of the regular members, millennials on up through retirement, and they're also looking for easier ways to deal with the financial institution. Our CEO Greg is going to be retiring within a year, and that's going to be a big challenge for the credit union. So I think more than ever we need very strong board membership to guide us through, because we really want to continue on with the culture that we've created here for the credit union. Thank you for your time today, and I hope for your vote as I continue to be a board member on the Fox Communities Credit Union.
My name is Krista Draheim, and I'm a Strategic Initiatives Manager at Thrivent Financial. I've been there for about 11 and a half years, and in my role, I work with people to help understand their line of business, understand what their members are looking for and what they need, and make sure that we are complying with our regulatory features. I've been in financial services for about 26 years, most all of it in consumer banking here in the Fox Valley. In 2009, I completed my master's degree in organizational leadership with an emphasis in servant leadership from Gonzaga University. I'm also a 2005 graduate of the Sheboygan Leadership Institute and a 2000 graduate of Leadership Fox Cities. In addition to financial services, I've also spent time in the educational field. I recently worked with Fox Valley Technical College as an instructor and online designer. While there, I also spent time as a project manager working on a consortium grant between Fox Valley Technical College and Milwaukee Area Technical College on their banking and finance programs. I hope to bring to the board my background in financial services, my broad experience, both professional and personal, in leadership, as well as my ability to look at data and analysis, listen to the voice of the customer, and really help figure out the best way forward for the members. Thank you very much for taking some time to learn a little bit more, and hope I earn your vote.
Hello, my name is Mary Zito, and I'm excited to be one of the 6 candidates seeking a board position with Fox Communities Credit Union. My family and I have resided in the Appleton area for the past 25 years, and I have been a lifelong member of credit unions. I graduated from Concordia University with a degree in Human Resources and Business Management, and have worked in various corporate environments for the past 25 years in human resources, with 15 of those years of experience working at other credit unions prior to being elected as a Fox Communities board member. Serving as a Fox Communities board member since 2012 has been very enriching and fulfilling experience for me. I have learned a great deal about the challenges and the opportunities facing credit unions in this ever-changing financial environment. My core values of honesty, openness, and integrity align well with the cooperative principles and values that drive the mission and vision of Fox Communities. I have always had a passion and desire to contribute, serve, and be involved in my community, and I would be honored to continue to be entrusted to serve all of you as member owners of Fox Communities Credit Union for another term. I thank you in advance for your vote.
My name is Fred Van Handel. I live in Little Chute, Wisconsin with my wife, Marilyn. We have 2 wonderful daughters. Throughout my career, I've held various positions in finance and accounting within the paper industry here in the Fox Valley. Currently, I'm employed at CBC Coding as Director of Finance. As far as my volunteer experience, I've served as Board Treasurer for the Wisconsin Paper Council, as well as Treasurer for the Fox Valley Soccer Association. During my tenure with Fox Communities Credit Union, I've learned firsthand of the challenges facing the financial industry. The need to find new and innovative ways to deliver enhanced products and services to stay competitive in our market is ongoing. One of the things that I found most enjoyable was being associated with an organization that has grown from 90 million in assets back in 1995 when I joined the board to $1.7 billion in assets today. I think providing a financial opportunity, a pleasant banking experience through phone apps and an online presence, as well as a genuine understanding of what really makes a difference to our members. Those are the 3 things I think that should be the main focus of the board. I truly appreciate the support I've received from the membership over the years and look forward to your vote and the opportunity to serve you in the future.
Hi, my name is Jessica Fleek from Appleton, Wisconsin, and I love the Fox Cities. My husband and I are extremely fortunate and grateful to be able to raise our son, and soon to be 2 sons, here in Appleton and in the Fox Valley. I'm an Appleton native who graduated from Lawrence University and have worked mainly in nonprofit for my entire life. I have had the honor of working with folks over time to achieve their goals in those areas. I'm currently the Director of Family Services at the Greater Fox Cities Area Habitat for Humanity, and I have been involved with Habitat for more than 10 years. In my role there, I have the privilege of being part of our amazing leadership team, and I get to represent and advocate for new and current applicant families with our board. I have also been the Secretary of the Fox Cities Housing Coalition since 2010. I'm on the executive committee there, and my responsibilities there include all communications to the broader community, maintaining records and all record keeping in minutes. I believe I would be a great asset to the Fox Communities Credit Union members as a member of the board. I would be an informed decision maker who has the approach of respect and humility for all people, even those I may not agree with. I'm grateful and humbled to be considered for the Fox Communities Credit Union Board of Directors, and I would love it if you would vote for me. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Jeff, with a G, Giesen. My first savings account was opened by my parents through Procter & Gamble Credit Union in Green Bay, which is now a Fox Communities Credit Union. This account has improved my financial health by empowering me to put aside money to fund my bachelor's degree at St. Norbert College in De Pere, to navigate the process to buy a house, and to save to attend UW Oshkosh, where I earned my MBA. I've worked at United Healthcare for over 13 years, where the mission is to help people live healthier lives. A healthy life includes physical, mental, social, and financial health. UHC has helped people, including myself, to improve their physical and mental health by providing tools to empower people to be more accountable, educate so they're able to make informed decisions, and motivate to influence the change in behavior. I'd be a great fit for the board role because I know how beneficial Fox Communities Credit Union is to the members of this community through my firsthand experiences. My time at UHC has shown me that I enjoy being a leader for others because I find it rewarding to see people achieve their goals. When you empower and motivate someone, you as a leader in their community feel a sense of pride. That is the mindset that would make me successful as a member of the Fox Communities Board of Directors. Choose Jeff with a G, not only because of the experience I have in process optimization and leading others to successful outcomes, but because every day I work to help members of communities live healthier lives.
So if you did not vote online or in person prior to this meeting, you should have received a ballot as you arrived today. Have all voting members received a ballot? A voting member has to be the first name on the account. Anybody missing any? I guess, who's bringing those around? Okay. Bill, do we have somebody bringing some extra ballots around? Okay. I thought I could yell loud enough, but the people who did not get a ballot will need you to go to registration back where you came in. They have to verify that you have not voted yet. Pardon? So, for the rest of you that have your ballot, if you could fill those out, the staff will be coming around to pick them up. By the way, you can vote up to 3 candidates. Make sure I mention that, up to 3.
Once again, if you would like to vote and you haven't turned your ballot in, please raise your hand and hold your card up so we know to collect that. Are there any other ballots? Are there any other ballots going twice? Are there any other ballots? Yep, we've got a couple in the back yet. All right, I think all of the ballots have been collected. Voting has now ceased, so thank you very much for participating in that. Paul, we look forward to hearing the results later on in the meeting, so thank you for that. Please welcome Rich Scott to the podium, the chair of our audit committee. Rich, please come forward to lead us through the audit committee report.
Good evening, everybody. I also want to thank, I know Greg's busy right now, but I want to thank Greg, too, for a hell of a job he's done with the credit union since I've been on the board, and that we will definitely miss him, but we do promise we're going to find a great candidate to replace him as well. I'm Rich Scott. I chair the audit committee, and if anybody wonders what an audit committee does, the audit committee oversees the credit union compliance with accounting standards and regulations that apply to all credit unions. Throughout the year, the audit committee reviews reports prepared by the internal audit department regarding the effectiveness of policies, procedures, and controls in place, including safeguarding of member information. Areas reviewed and reported on include cash controls, cash audits, changes made to member accounts, employee account activity, and employee adherence to policies. In addition, the credit union is regulated by the State of Wisconsin's Department of Financial Institutions and the National Credit Union Association, also known as the NCUA. They are our primary regulators, and they examine the credit union annually. Our last examination by the state and federal regulators was completed November 8th, 2018. It included a review of the credit union's corporate records, lending limits, legal compliance, safety and soundness procedures, and proper management of funds. In 2018, August of 2018, the CPA firm of Wifley LLP examined the accounting procedures, controls, financial records, and investments and loan documentation of the credit union. At the conclusion of the audit, Wifley LLP reported, in their opinion, the financial statements as of June 30th, 2018 present fairly, in all material respects, the financial position of Fox Communities Credit Union and the results of its operations and cash flows for the year then ended in conformity with accounting principles generally accepted in the United States. And that's my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Rich. We appreciate your thoroughness. Chris Allen, please come forward to lead us through our lending activity. Let's welcome Chris.
All right. Welcome, everybody, and thank you for coming. Here comes the fun part of the evening, a bunch of numbers about loans. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy. No, actually, what's important to understand is why are we talking about lending? And lending is, of course, one of our major assets on the balance sheet. It brought us $54 million worth of income, interest income last year, which helped support the credit union in a lot of different ways. But lending is just a little bit more than that. In fact, it's a lot more than that. This first slide here, what we have, kind of goes through our main lending areas: vehicle loans, real estate, business loans, and then just kind of the other loans. What you'll see is last year, we did over 7,400 auto loans for over $136 million. Each one of those loans represents a new car for somebody, a new car that they've always wanted, a car that gets them to work, a car that helps them make their life happen. That's very important, and we did 7,400 of them, 7,430 to be exact. We also had some decent growth in that area, 4.9% for $11.8 million, and we carry about $250 million worth of auto loans right now. So very impressive. From a real estate standpoint, we've got 2,300. Again, these are homes. These are the types of things that people get in order to make their lives better. And we're very, very proud to have helped 2,300 people with their home loans last year for over $200 million. Very impressive. We now carry about $726 million of those on the balance sheet. Business loans. We did 380 business loans for over $130 million. These are small business loans from a trailer that a lawn care maintenance firm uses, all the way up to very large loans like large apartment complexes that help us shore up the housing needs in our area. All of these kind of go together. They help make dreams happen. So we're very proud. We're very proud to say that lending is just a little bit more than just numbers and interest income and that type of stuff. So the other loans there you can see, those are credit cards, personal loans, water heater breaks. You come to us for a loan, those type of things. So we're really pleased. As Greg mentioned earlier, we had over $117 million worth of loan growth last year, which is tremendous. That's 8.8%. And that took us up to a little over $1.4 billion in loans. I threw on there December 2015 through 18, so you can see almost $500 million worth of loan growth over that 4-year time period. That is amazing based off the numbers there with the growth, because that $500 million takes much, much more in order to get there because of runoff and payoffs and amortization and stuff like that. So in total, we did 15,000 loans for people last year. I ran some numbers just simply to kind of show the scope. For every day that we're open, we make 50 loans for $1.6 million. Every day we do that. Now, it's not literally every day. I mean, some days are better than others. But still, on average, every day, 50 loans for $1.6 million. That's 50 dreams that help get done. So I need to say a big thank you to everybody at Fox Communities because lending starts at the teller line. It goes all the way through our organization. So everybody has a hand in it. But I have to say a special thank you to the loan officers, the mortgage loan officers, consumer, the member relationship officers, the commercial loan officers. But then also, just as importantly, we have a very strong loan ops group. It's about 30 people that really help shepherd those loans through the process, and they do a phenomenal job. So I just want to say thank you and give those guys a round of applause for the great work that they do for our organization. That said, making loans is just part of the battle. We actually have to make good loans, otherwise we put the credit union at risk. You can see here I keep a running total for the last few years. And delinquency, which is basically people staying current on their loan payments, has come down significantly over the last few years. This is really one of the most important numbers because what this means is A, your credit union is a little bit safer from its largest asset, but B, our fellow members are doing well. There are fewer of them that are struggling to make their loan payments, and that's a really good thing because it means that they're more comfortable, they're more secure, they're living their lives just a little bit more well. So we're very happy to see that number remain low. And then loan loss is exactly what it sounds like, losses on loans. You can see that number's been low for a number of years. Industry average is give or take about 0.20, so obviously we're doing much, much better than the industry. Looking forward, what we'll see is there will be some changing rate environments that will continue to shift people. For example, rates have gone up just a little bit, so you won't be refinancing your home, but you might want to take home equity loan products in order to do those repairs or whatever you need to do with those funds. The economy is generally doing pretty well. That said, we're seeing a little bit of signs of slowdown, but every time we see a sign of a slowdown, it kicks right back up. So it's really kind of an interesting market. We do have a new consumer loan online and mobile application, which should make the member experience much, much better in those channels going forward. We're really excited about that. And then we anticipate a new mortgage loan online application, which should make, again, the member experience much, much better. So now you can go online and apply for loans as you need them. So with that, I will wrap it up. Thank you.
Are we still making business loans in conjunction with other credit unions?
We are. Oh, sorry about that. Yes, we are still making participation loans with other credit unions. We participate with a group called Business Lending Group, BLG. It's been a very wonderful partnership with them. It helps us diversify our risk, essentially, and have opportunities for loans that we wouldn't have otherwise.
Why are we doing that, Jeff?
Why? For a couple of reasons. Right now, it helps. Some of the backroom operations are shared, so from a shared expense standpoint, we're actually getting a very good value for our dollar. And again, when we participate with loans with other credit unions, we actually diversify the risk. So we take half of their loan, they take half of ours, just as an example. Essentially what it does is it spreads out the risk just a little bit. That being said, we do a lot by ourselves now because of our size. We are certainly able to. So, okay, thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Great year in lending for us in 2018. It's my pleasure to invite Kathy Harvath to grab a microphone, because that's what she normally does. Kathy, please come forward to tell us about the community support and member education activities held in 2018.
Awesome. Thank you, Bill. Hey, welcome, everybody. Hey, look at that. I got a hand clap before I speak. I think we have over 400 people here tonight, which is fantastic. Many of you we recognize from years past, and as you know, this is brand new for us on a Monday night, but we did survey our members, and this is what they came back with, that they wanted to try a Monday or a Tuesday night, so hats off, I think we did, and hats off to the crew here at the Mark for doing such a super job. On your tables, you have a book that looks like this, and it calls Make Life Happen. And this is brand new for us, so you're the first ones to see this. We're not going to go through page by page, because we don't have a whole lot of time left. But we're going to be giving this out to our members, and we wanted all of you to have it first, and it really kind of tells our story. Oh, look at that. Did I click that, or was that up there when I got up here? Okay, so take a peek at this. It talks a lot about our community involvement, but it talks a lot about our strength. And, sitting here talking, and I know we're all so thrilled that Greg has been our president for almost 40 years, but we're also run by a very strong board. And I know sitting here, I'm proud to be a member of Fox Communities Credit Union. So I hope everybody here feels very proud to be a member of Fox Communities Credit Union as well, right? All right, well, we talked about Bike to the Beat, and I won't say a whole lot more about it, just that we're going into our fourth year. Our first year, we had around 1,500 riders. Last year, we had 3,400 riders. This year, or the 2 years in a row, we had around 3,300. This year, we're 700 ahead already of where we were last year at this time, which is fantastic. How many in here have actually ridden Bike to the Beat? Okay, all right, nice. It's always nice to see the shirts, see everybody out there. We're going to do something a little bit different this year. We're also going to have a start and stop in De Pere. So we have a start and stop at Woodward Radio Group on College Avenue. This year we're going to have it in De Pere as well. So we're going to have two, so it'll be interesting to see how that works for everybody, and hopefully we'll get more people in Green Bay as well. All right, Greg mentioned something about Mila Music. This is exciting for us as well. It's a perfect partnership for us. A real quick story that I hope Greg doesn't mind me sharing, but Dave Willems, who started Mila Music, along with Corey Chisel, when they first started this in Denver, nobody knew what this was, and they had about 3 months to pull it off. They called 3 credit unions to talk to about getting a starter loan, and Greg Hilbert was the only one that called them back. So he was a big part of starting this Mila Music, and Fox Communities has been a part of Mila Music since the very beginning. And when we came up with the idea for Bike to the Beat, it was a natural fit, right? You've already got original artists there singing downtown. Why not do a bike ride with original artists? Because it's all about original artists, original music, and it's turned out to be a hit for that whole weekend. So they both happen on the same weekend, and we're proud to be a big part of that as well. All right, another thing that we do, Corey Chisel heads up what's called Hopeland Festival in Green Bay. This is our 3rd year of being the title sponsor of that as well, and that's going to happen in September. So September 6th through 7th, similar to Mila Music, but it's going to have more artistic things as well, and that's a great event to come to, so hopefully you can join us there too. Okay, Levitt Amp, that is a music series that actually is funded by a grant, and on Broadway in Green Bay actually wrote to the grant process after Hopeland to see if they could bring that to Green Bay. And basically what that is it's a 12-week series to utilize underutilized parks. So we're proud to be the proud sponsor of that as well. So you can see the theme, right? Original music, and we're going to have Chris up here, and he's going to sing a tune in a little bit, but we are kind of back in that area. All right, we did, Greg talked about some of the other awards that we won. We did win a volunteer award for all of the work that we've done for On Broadway, so we were pleased to have that as well. We also sponsor Ignite Markets that's down there. I don't know if anybody's ever been to that or been to a balloon glow, but we host a balloon glow at that one, and it brings over 20,000 people to this event. It's crazy. Kids love it. All right, and our foundation, our Fox Cares Foundation, real quick, we've talked about that a little bit, but the really unique thing about our foundation, and when we talk about our bike ride and the fact that it gives back to the communities, how that works is every penny of the participants' fees goes to the foundation. So last year, we raised over $53,000 for the foundation, and when people found out that all the monies was going to the foundation, we would have truck drivers stop and give us $20 because they knew it was going to the foundation. So, and all that money then goes back out to the communities. The other big fundraiser for the foundation is our holiday party, which we don't have to talk about real quick tonight, but that raises over $30,000 a year. So altogether, we raised $91,000 for our foundation, which we've only in 2 years for the foundation. So hats off to everybody there. Those are some of the grants that we have funded. Member education continues to be a big theme for us, and that's going to continue to be even stronger so we can continue to educate people on financial education. Because as we stated in the annual report, members don't just want a savings account. They want to know how to save. So we put on 23 seminars, over 600 members attended, and you can see some of the most popular topics. And then we also go into the classrooms. Linda Fickow is here tonight, and she actually goes into the classrooms, and she taught over 2,900 students last year. So we're going to continue to do that as we move along. Thank you for all of your support. But before I get off the podium, I, too, want to thank Greg Hilbert, but I want to thank Greg and for all the staff that are here, because he is really a treasure. And I remember when I interviewed here, and I know Don Van Evenhoven is here. Where is Don? He's probably in the bar. Oh, he's way in the corner. So Don might not remember this because he's a little bit older than me. Not a lot, but when I interviewed here, I had like 2 or 3 interviews, and I'm walking up the stairs, and Don says, "Kathy, you are going to love it here." And you know what? That was 24 years ago. And he couldn't have said it any better. And Greg Hilbert, you are amazing. And Cindy knows that, and we all know that. So if all the staff could join me in giving Greg a really round of applause for everything that he's done for our credit union. That's all I have, Bill.
Thank you, Kathy. We love your energy and passion. Paul Sipple will now share the results of our member election. Paul, please come forward.
Okay, the election results. But before I present the results, I want to sincerely thank those members who applied for board positions. We had 32 applicants, excluding our incumbents this year, which is significantly more than we ever had. And the nominating committee had a difficult task reducing that number to 3 that made the ballot. But with that, elected to the board of directors for a 3-year term are Rich Scott, Krista Draheim, Jessica Fleek. Wow, it's great to have these new members on our board. I do want to recognize Fred and Mary. I've been on a board for them quite a long time. The accomplishments or the contributions they made over their terms are very well appreciated, and can't thank you enough.
Thank you, Paul. And then congratulations to the newly elected directors. I would like to thank all of our candidates for their courage to step up, their effort they made to apply, and the motivation to serve. So thank you once again. Let's move on to our old and new business. Joanne Bogenschutz informed me earlier today that there was No old business. Is that correct? Okay. Is there any new business? Well, thank you, Madam Secretary. I appreciate that. As an added bonus to our meeting, immediately after we adjourn, Joanne Bogenschutz and Al Timmerman will host our door prize drawings. On behalf of the Board of Directors, Greg Hilbert, his leadership team, and all the employees of Fox Communities Credit Union, thank you for your confidence in us. We appreciate your commitment by being present today, and I encourage all of you, as I have done so in the past, to ride a bike, listen to some music, watch a balloon glow, or fly a kite with us this summer. You are an important part of making a positive difference in people's lives. Finally, I would like to adjourn our meeting. Is there a motion to adjourn the Fox Communities Credit Union's 86th annual meeting? And there's a second. All in favor, please raise your hand. Any opposed? They want to stay longer. Okay. The motion passed to adjourn our 82nd annual meeting. This now concludes the audio and video broadcast portion of our meeting. Thanks again and travel home safe. Joanne, please lead us through the drawings.